Welcome to Emerge, the radio show. I'm Dorothea Schuler, and we're so glad you're joining us. On this week's show, we'll be speaking with Rashita Swann, founder and CEO of RLS Image Consulting, LLC, and also Lakita Epps, a serial entrepreneur who, alongside her husband, is the co-owner of 4 successful businesses. Of course, a little later, we'll be making a divine decision with me, Dorothea. Then we'll let Deshana drop some jewels as she gives us her 2 cents on finance. But first up, like we always do around this time, we get to hear some amazing tips from Tiffany to help you emerge as a CEO. So come on, let's go and tiptoe over with Tiffany into the CEO's Corner.
I'm Tiffany Boyle in the CEO Corner. I want to just talk with you about how important it is to give back to your community as a boss. There's several reasons why. 1, volunteering is self-rewarding. When we volunteer, it's like receiving an internal reward. It's a direct result of our activity or from the outcome of the volunteering we do. 2, volunteering is helping others. Volunteers come in all shapes and sizes. You pick a cause and you make a difference in someone else's life. And I know a CEO or a leader in your organization, our time is limited. So we have to strategize and prioritize. First, identify your why. Choose thoughtfully, spread the good word, spread the good, make your time count, and remember, you set a strong example. And I'm Tiffany Boyle, and that's my tip from the CEO Corner. Emerge yourself. All right, everybody. We are here with Rashita. We are so excited to have you on the show today, get to know you a little bit more and talk to you about everything you have going on. So how are you today?
I am fantastic. It's my birthday month on Saturday, so I'm excited. I'm in the best of moods, so I'm wonderful.
Awesome. And early happy birthday. Yes. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So I am a city girl. This is what I like to call myself originally. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I just grew up in the city, moved to Virginia by way of just being in the military. I served in the Navy for 15 years. And so essentially, that's how I got to the Virginia area, by being stationed here and then just kind of getting out the military and working for the government. So I found a home here in Virginia. Of course, I have 2 adult children, one who is in the Army, and I do have a daughter who is working in Williamsburg. And then again, my son is in the Army in Colorado. So that's a little bit of just personally who I am. By day, I do hold a position and I work for the Department of Defense at one of the government agencies in Fort Belvoir, Virginia. And so by trade, I'm an accountant and auditor. So that's what I do during the day. Yeah. We handle all the government's money and kind of auditing the accounting and financial areas of DOD in some areas. And so that's kind of what I do professionally.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you for serving our country and then doing auditing and accounting. Bless your heart. Goodness, I could not.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I actually enjoy it. I actually enjoy what I do, weirdly enough.
Nice. So when you're not being an auditor or an accounting for the government, what do you do?
So when I'm not, I have a passion for fashion. That's what I tell people. I love, just making sure women look and feel good about themselves. It's never for me about focusing so much more on the outside. It has to be, for me, a correlation. It has to be a balance. It has to be, you look amazing outside, but that's only because you feel great, about yourself inside. Right. And you've done the inner work to heal and feel good about it. So for me, that's what my business is. My business is RLS Image Consulting. And we've been in business since about 2008. And primarily what we do is focusing on helping women to look and feel good about themselves from the inside out. We do have an online store. You can purchase clothing. But more importantly, what we do is, we offer services on different levels. If I have an individual service, I can come in and kind of, make over your wardrobe, kind of go in your closet, take you out some basic trendy pieces, show you how to kind of clean up your closet. I call myself a closet curator, because I'm able to show you, what pieces should stay, what pieces should go, or how you can kind of interchangeably switch it up and make it trendy. And then a part of what I do is, being able to do body analysis where I look at your body type and say, hey, maybe this particular fit works good for your body shape. shape. You have more of a pear-shaped body. So this particular style will look better on you. And then we do color analysis. So we're able to kind of look at your skin tone and say, hey, you have a warm undertone. So, these are why earthy colors look good on you, or, oranges or reds look good on you. And I think that's important. A lot of people don't realize that time and effort is put into that, just to help you enhance your look in some ways. And so those are just a few things. We also offer some executive services where we actually partner with the military. Well, it's been all of branches, actually Navy, Army, and Air Force so far that I've done it for. But we go back in and we do like some of their transition assistance programs. And we basically, work with them on prepping for interviews and how to dress, because they're used to wearing uniforms and, all day long. And so what we do is we go in and kind of shift them to come into that civilian world by way of their clothing and by way of their dress and by way of their image holistically. Wow. It's an awesome program. Yeah, it's awesome just to be able to do that. Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
I was about to say, she keeps saying a few things, and then you go down a list, and I lose count. That is more than just a few things. Let me just say that. And let me say, I personally see Miss Rashita, when I say she likes to put it on and look good, and those around her, I'm like, I know she had to have a hand in that. Like, you always look so put together, always with a smile on your face. The people you keep around you are the exact same way. But I want to know, how did you really get into, your business?
Thank you, first of all, for the compliment. I really appreciate that. That warms my heart. Seriously, strangely enough, this is going to sound weird. My mom loved to dress. So when I was growing up, I always saw her, as my icon. She was always fashionable. I was always like, she would leave out to go to work. And I swear I would be in her closet, like taking her suit jackets out and wearing her clothes to school. Seriously, true story. And so like the teachers would be like, oh, that's so nice. And they would be complimenting me on my outfit. So it's like, I always could look at a woman and really just say, hey, maybe try this to enhance your wardrobe. Or I just felt like women would come to me, or my girlfriends would say, can you style me? What do you think about this? Or they always wanted my opinion about an outfit. And so that is how the passion kind of burst in me for fashion. And so I basically, it kind of never left. And I would, just really kind of follow my own fashion line and my own fashion trends. And I had a thought one day. I was watching some ladies, some well-known ladies from back in the day, and they were image consultants. And I started like Googling it because I wanted to understand what they did. And they were certified, and I really started understanding what the process was. And I was like, you know what? I think that's what I want to do. And so this was maybe about 2005-ish. And I just took me some courses. A few years later, I got certified, and that's how we birthed RLS Image Consulting.
Okay, back it up, because I think I missed something. Okay, certified. What is the actual certification, right? Because I love when I speak to business owners and entrepreneurs who have it together that speak to me about business structure and certification, because we know some people have a business and they say they have a business, but there's no structure, there's no paperwork they can show me. So talk to me about your business and the certification.
Yeah, I love it. And, I'm telling you, this thing will irk me to no end because, a lot of times people say they are a specialist in this particular field, right? And they want to be the go-to for this particular field because it's fun and it sounds like a moneymaker, or it's the latest thing on social media. But the fact is that some of us work for this. Some of us actually spent time and effort and got certified in the areas that we are, learning about and we're talking about. And so with image consulting, different colleges offer different types of certifications. It's no different than, say, like with technology, if you're going to learn a specialty in that technological field or something like that. So for me with image consulting, we had to actually go through like a 8 and 12-week course that walked us through, how to look at colors, how to match those body types up, how to understand like the intricacies behind, just fashion. So it wasn't just, a one-night thing. Oh, girl, take this course for 12 hours. No, 8 weeks. So when you on social media claiming, I'm looking sideways like, we trained for this.
Right. As you should. Yeah. But it's also for people to know about that when they are looking, to hire a image consultant. It's very good to know that there's certifications and that people actually train, because when you were going through all the different things as far as even matching it to my skin tone, like that's the first time I've heard of that, which makes perfect sense. And I love the fact that you said match to a body shape, because I said no matter what your body shape is, there's some attire that is going to fit you and look great on you. And absolutely. I think, that's what some people people are missing. You know,
Yeah.
I've missed the mark a few times, but you know.
You know, we learn, and when we learn better, we do better, but it comes in time. You know, a lot of people, when I present these, sometimes in conferences, and that's why we have the executive side too, you know, because a lot of people don't know the benefit. A lot of companies don't know the benefit of maybe partnering with an image consultant and maybe bringing them into an organization, because it really can enhance the organization in some ways. And so a lot of people don't think about that. I mean, that side of it, you know, I can actually come in because, you know, I want my workplace to have a specific image attached to it. And so a lot of people just don't know. Yeah.
And I like how you take your auditing background, probably use it to go audit a closet, which I need.
Yes.
Because I got 4 bags now of clothes that I need to give away. And I'm pretty sure I got 4 more bags in my closet hanging up that need to go.
Tiffany, I know we must be sisters because I have 3 big black trash bags, 2 totes, and that's not even the summer clothes in the closet. I'm like, I don't love this. I'm never going to wear it. I don't fit it. I kept one thing that I absolutely love that I said, I'm going to fit this again one day. Everything else, it hurt me, but it had to go.
Right.
But that's good that both of y'all are even doing that, because most people don't even get that. People have stuff in their closet for years. We're talking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years and have not touched it.
See?
So the fact that you even have clothes in bags and ready to go, that's the start. That's the start.
This year, I went through all of my pants and I said, let me just give it up. I've gained weight. I'm a little older now. Hips got a little wider. Let me just suck it up and go through my pants. Which ones fit? Which ones don't?
That's it. Clean that closet out.
Right. And I'm not even going to try to say I'm going to fit in this one again. Nope. If I go down, I'm going to just go buy something new. So that,
Absolutely. And the typical rule of thumb is if you have not worn it within the last 6 months to the last 12 months, it's highly likely that you're not going to wear it again.
Right.
You know, and so that's the rule of thumb. Just kind of, use that as a benchmark. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people don't think about the importance of like going through, like, especially even our undergarment drawer, kind of going through and taking out not just clothing, but worn undergarments. If you've had an undergarment piece for several years, I mean, the way we wash our underclothes, like it's probably a little dingy. It can be a little worn over time. And so I tell people, like, refresh your undergarment drawer regularly. So with your clothes, if it's stained, I know your favorite blouse might got like a little hole underneath of it. No, it's time to kind of get rid of all of that stuff. If it's not becoming, if it has a little warp to it, it's time to discard. So
what you're saying is if your undergarments have a little tear or a hole in it, it's time to give it away.
Yeah.
Don't keep rocking it. If the wire is coming out the side.
If the wire is coming out the side and you got to keep pushing it back in every time you wash, I'm going to say that it's probably time to go ahead and refresh that wash. It's time to refresh.
Just say it. If you are just tuning in, you're listening to Emerge. I'm Tiffany Boyle with co-hostess Shana Kemp Garnett, and we are talking with Rashita of RLS Image and the Emerge Award winner for 2022. I can't even believe I didn't start with that, Yes, and who was in the magazine, our 2022 magazine, and I believe the title was Passion for Fashion. So when you said that, that's what it all clicked. And I was like, I can't even believe I didn't leave with that you won the award.
It was such an honor for me.
Emerge Award. I told Tiffany last week, I'm like, I don't even have an Emerge Award. I feel like I should get an honorary award or something like that. I don't even have an Emerge Award.
I know that's right, girl. Get you that honorary one. It was such an honor for me to win that. A lot of times I don't think I've ever, even won an award before, for my business. So that was truly, truly an honor. It really was, to be recognized. And then for your peers and different ones to see, that was really special for me.
You deserved it. You had a few thousand votes. I can't remember the exact number, but I go look. But I know it was a few thousand. So people are voting. So it's like that you're making an impact, or people are noticing you until something like that comes up. So
absolutely. You don't think anybody's paying any attention, and then you see something like that, you're like, oh, okay, well, nice.
That's deserved, definitely.
So look, this is what I love, right? You know how we are all in the age of social media, and you can post things. Sometimes you don't get a lot of likes, but then you go somewhere and somebody's like, oh, I saw you on Facebook and you do this and it's amazing. I'm like, it's amazing, but you don't like this shit. Every time. It's so weird. Like, you'll have 5 likes on a whole video, but then somebody will comment on the very same video and he was like, well, I don't really remember that you liked it, but people are watching. That's just the age that we live in. You know, people are watching you on social media. People are paying attention. People don't even realize, like, that is a part of image consulting. You know, people just think the fashion piece of it. And so I do tell a lot of like entrepreneurs and just different people that your image goes outside of just what you wear. It's also, you know, verbal, how you communicate. It's also your social media platform, you know, basically represents the image, you know, of who you are and who you're presenting yourself to, like you presenting yourself as a business owner or as a woman, you know, regardless of what platform you're on. So yeah, that's another little piece tidbit when we talk about, you know, just being an image consulting.
Yes, I feel like Emerge and RLS Image are going to team up to do some workshop because we are big on branding, you know, like you said, across the board. Like, take a look at social media. How are you presenting yourself? What does your hair look like? What are you wearing? Where are you going? And there's always, you know, you dress according to like your atmosphere. So how to read the atmosphere, you know, but yet to still keep your personality in it. And so I feel teamwork is about to happen.
Yeah, I would love that. I love talking all things image. It's really important, you know, because I hate looking out on the TV and seeing like some really well-known entrepreneurs. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she had an interview, but I'm like, the outfit just didn't match, you know, what she was talking about. And I'm so distracted by, you know, what I see versus what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? And just a quick call, a quick consultation could have kind of alleviated that. And so understanding, you know, the need just to have certain people in your toolbox, you know, people don't really realize like you should have like a tribe as an entrepreneur. So we won't give it all away here. Like you said, we'll talk about it in a workshop. So
before we get into social media and our signature question, Super Bowl just happened. Did you watch the halftime show?
Yes.
What did you think of, from an image consulting viewpoint, what did you feel about the halftime show?
I love the halftime show. I love Rihanna. I absolutely love Rihanna. Rihanna gave us some tidbits that I feel like, you know, it's so many things, so many takeaways. Okay, so let's talk fashion. If we stick with the fashion, she was very iconic. Rihanna showed you that you can be sexy, but covered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She always is iconic in her fashion. She's always going to make a statement, and it doesn't always have to involve skin. And, you know, she can be as sexy as she want to be and be all covered up. So for me, that was a good point. She also did come out, and I don't know if you know Andre Leontali, his coat. And so that was very much a signature move for her. I guess she wanted to honor him and represent the fashion icon that he was. So she came out in that jacket, and it was just beautiful because it was a signature of his. And if you're familiar with him, then you could make that connection. But it was beautiful to
see. I would not have put that together. So thank you. I now appreciate her outfit even more.
Absolutely. So that's fashion wise, but let's talk about branding wise. She made sure that she put on for Fenty Beauty, Savage by Fenty. She represented her brand in every way possible. And it's like, from a marketing perspective, I was like, okay, girl, you know what I mean? We could take something away from that. She promoted that Super Bowl over and over and over again. You heard so much about it before, during, after. You know what I'm saying? And so we could take a piece from that. She made sure she made the connection. And they said that she didn't get paid, but she made sure that she brought influencers in, you know, so she made that connection. It was beautiful to watch. I loved it.
She did a great job. They were saying it was the Rihanna show, and the Super Bowl was just like the halftime show, really, because she did an amazing job branding.
She did, but I'm a football fan. If you know me, I am a diehard Baltimore Ravens fan. So I was all about the game. I don't care about the halftime show as much as I care about the game. And they stole that game from Philly, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I'm all for the Chiefs, but I'm also for the halftime show. That's it. After the halftime show, I'm good to go. I'm for the socializing and the food and halftime
Man, look, we had a Super Bowl party at my house. I literally got my plate, went upstairs, and I was watching Sister Wives because that's my business. Came downstairs, I watched the halftime show, gave my commentary, and went right back upstairs.
I am all about the game. I'm all about the game.
Well, tell us how we can get in contact with you, whether it be just to follow you or to, hire you as a consultant.
Absolutely. So if you're looking to book me for my services, you can reach me at rlsimage.com. And there is a section in there that says book that shows you walk you how to book through the different services that we offer, both executive and individual. And then if you're just looking to connect on social media, I'm RLS Image on all platforms. I think one of them is like _RLS, but if you type in RLS Image, I'll come up both personal and business. And so on every platform, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, you'll find me on all of them as RLS Image Consulting, or maybe not the consulting piece, but just the RLS Image, you'll find me.
All right. So it is time for my favorite question, and it is our signature question. What does the word emerge mean to you?
I love it. I love it. When I think about the word emerge, it's like a birthing, a coming out. You know what I mean? In some ways, the first thing that comes to mind, I think, is like kind of puts me in the mind of that butterfly coming from that stage of a caterpillar into a butterfly, and that transformation process that takes place. And really just kind of spreading your wings and coming out of your shell. That's what I think about when I hear emerge. You don't see a lot of maybe business owners on a day-to-day basis, but when we connect with emerge, you see new people, new local business owners, new things that are happening in the area that you never thought about before, people that you didn't know. And so emerge to me just means, transformation and a coming out of maybe something old into something new. So.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. And we are so excited to have you. Thank you for giving us that tidbit into the Super Bowl. And now we know how your brain works when you come and look at us. And we look forward to great things and our combined workshop that we will get together.
I look forward to it. I'm not ever judging you. I promise you. When I come on the scene, I'm coming in love. I'm loving on you. Now, if I see a little something that I'm going to tell you on the side, I would never, ever.
But judge me because I don't have me look good. Okay. I appreciate it.
I got you back. Don't worry. But you look amazing. And I love the hair, girl. I love the hair. It's looking pretty. So yes. But yeah, thank you for having me. It's been a blessing. I have loved connecting with Emerge and just the Emerge community. It's been really, really just a blessing and really life-changing. So thank you all just for, reaching out and including me. So thank you so much.
Emerge yourself. Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
My name is Latoya Adams. I served in the Army. Being with Paralyzed Veterans of America, they have showed me so much is possible.
I'm Sean Castle, served in the United States Army. I went from laying in a hospital bed dying to being a professional wheelchair basketball player. And it started with that one moment where there's life. I am unstoppable because Paralyzed Veterans of America is by my side.
We are unstoppable.
Learn more at pva.org.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section and after Dad's back injury. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Trouble with opioids can start at home with unused medicines such as pills, patches, and syrups. You can remove the risk and protect your family. Find out how at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hey, I thought you and the boys were doing some environmental cleanup thing today.
We are.
Well, it looks more like you're going fishing.
We are.
And that's the example you're setting for our children.
Uh-huh.
Conservation is easy. Every time you purchase a fishing license or register your boat, you're helping to preserve our nation's coastlines, lakes, rivers, and streams, protecting memories for generations to come. To learn about all the ways your participation in boating and fishing help the environment, visit takemefishing.org/conservation.
I drive my bus in a busy city. That's why road safety is so important to me. I know that I must slow down and be extra careful when I make a wide turn. Buses need more room than cars. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're driving, remember to give buses plenty of time and space to finish turning before driving ahead. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
You're listening to the Emerge radio show on WHOV 88.1 FM.
Welcome back. I'm Dorothea Schuler, and you're listening to Emerge, the radio show. The show that's all about entrepreneurs and business and is the premier information source for business owners. If you're just now joining us, Tiffany and Deshana just spoke with Rashita Swann, founder and CEO of RLS Image Consulting, LLC. She talked all about the importance of our personal and professional image, her successes, and the personal fulfillment that comes when consulting individuals and entrepreneurs in emerging their image to the next level. So, if you missed her interview, you'll definitely want to catch up, and you can listen to any of our previous shows just by visiting emergethemagazine.com. And while you're there, I need you to nominate your business or any outstanding business for the Emerge Awards 2023. You'll definitely want to hurry because nominations close at the end of February. Okay, so it's your girl Dorothea, and it's time for us to emerge into our greatest potential by making a divine decision. A decision is a conclusion or resolution reached after consideration. And divine means excellent, so we're making an excellent choice. With that being said, let's make the divine decision today to prioritize. The definition for prioritize is to designate or treat something as more important than other things, and to determine the order for dealing with a series of items or tasks according to their relative importance. So, what are the things that you have given priority in your life? Come on, ask yourself. I had to face some hard truths within my answers as I was writing this. We all know what priorities are, but do we actually make it a priority to keep those things priorities? Now, you know I love me some good wordplay, but seriously, the epitome of your success and mine depends on the understanding, willingness, and boldness to prioritize our lives. And yes, boldness. It's going to require, if not already, part of your vocabulary to learn the word no. Not just hear yourself say it and later on reneging, shout out to all my spades players, on what you originally said, but to follow through and implement the action behind the word no. First and foremost, the no's that you've told yourself, that you no longer are saying yes to. Not just telling other people no, which is absolutely important and vital when prioritizing, but learning to tell yourself no as well. No, I won't quit. No, I won't slack off. No, I won't wait until tomorrow if I can do it now. No, I won't miss another event that's important to my family. And for me, no, Lord, I won't miss our quiet time. I love this verse from my favorite book. It says, prepare your outside work. Get everything ready for yourself in the field, and after that, build your house. I find when I study the word, it's always a double-edged sword of practical and spiritual wisdom. I don't just take that it's literally saying don't set out to build a home without prioritizing the steps involved, which is great advice, but I also believe it's saying prepare for a fruitful life first by working within yourself, making that the priority, and then you can build outside of yourself the life you desire, accomplishing whatever you have set out to do. When we prioritize our efforts, it allows us to successfully align our steps to walk on that narrow path leading to our emergence. So join me today and emerge into your greatest potential and make the divine decision to prioritize, knowing it will ultimately help to shape and create a path that reflects a light of excellence in our lives. You're listening to Emerge the Radio Show, and this has been another Divine Decision with Dorothea. You can make the decision to be a part of Emerge by submitting your response to our signature question. What does the word emerge mean to you? Share that with us on our IG at Emerge the Magazine. This week's response is from Kashila Long, independent travel agent and consultant. To evolve and elevate in all aspects of your life to become the best version of you. And that's our goal at Emerge, to evolve into our best life. Thanks, Kashila. And you can follow Kashila on IG at MMTravLife. That's MMTravLife. Up next, Tiffany and yours truly will be speaking with Lakita Epps, who, alongside her husband of 14 years, is the co-owner of Epps Affordable Rentals, Victory Allegiance Realty, Wall Street Cafe, and the Dreaming Queen, LLC. So as she builds the block, serves you a cup of coffee, arranges your travel plans and more, you can also catch her in the community, attending networking events or giving back one way or another. And now, Lakita Epps.
Emerge yourself. Well, hello, Lakita. How are you today?
Hello. How are you, ladies?
Good, good. We're excited to have you learn more about what you're doing. So if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, sure. First, thank you guys for having me on. I am Lakita Epps. I was born and raised in Portsmouth, product of Portsmouth Public Schools, and 2007 graduate of Norfolk State University with a bachelor's in mass communications. So currently, my husband and I, we co-own Wall Street Cafe, Victory Allegiance Realty, Epps Affordable Rentals, and my baby is the Dreaming Queen LLC, where I have birthed Excursions. And my desire is to provide escapes, getaways, and vacations for the everyday entrepreneur, because I don't think entrepreneurs know how much rest, relaxation, and breaks are needed. So I'm on a mission to help as many entrepreneurs take the designated and the well-deserved vacations that they need.
Wow. Awesome. Yes. Hi, Lakita. This is Dorothea Schuler. I'm so excited. You're tuned in to the Emerge Radio Show. I am co-hosting today with Miss Tiffany Boyle. So I'm really excited to talk with you. And you said the word queen. I love that. And I noticed, in your bio, because of course we like to really find out about our guests, that you had that term. And I think sometimes it's used loosely, but as you just said, you guys are buying the block, the different organizations, the fact that you give back, you're entrepreneurs. So you definitely deserve that title, queen.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how you got started and about your story.
Okay. So let me be very transparent. I got started because of my husband. If I can be honest, he was in the entrepreneur space well before I was. And I was comfortable working my 9 to 5 or 11 to 7, whatever you may say. And that was because that's what I was raised to do. You graduate from high school, go to college, get a good job, you retire. And that's the American dream. After you purchase a home, you have your kids, you have your dog. Along the way, when I met my husband, he had these dreams and visions and goals. And believe it or not, he had a notebook and things were happening. It was like he was checking those things off the list. And I was like, I've never met anybody who knew what they wanted and went after it in that close proximity to me. So I ended up, fast forward a couple years after being on my full-time job, my schedule rotated every 4 months, and we had 3 little girls at home. And so dad was dad while I was at work, but he was still coaching. He was still youth ministering. And so I saw how he was having to take the girls with him. And sometimes their hair was all over the place because I was at work. I had to make a decision to be a mom. So I took a pay cut and I actually got a job at my daughter's school as a teacher assistant. Did that for a couple of years. Some things were happening. And my husband was like, I'm ready. You can come home if you would like. So it was a tough situation at the job. I took him up on their offer and I came home. However, the stay-at-home mom was not for me. I wanted to be out and about. I like to volunteer. And if I can be honest, I liked having my own income coming in. And so learning how, as the Bible says, to become one, that was a a new reality for me when the two incomes came to one, and really having to have a plan and, respect the boundaries in the relationship. So I was sitting home, and I've always had the joy to travel or to see other people happy. So my family would have me plan family events or family vacations. And so that kind of stuck. I was like, if I'm already doing this, why not do it and make something more out of it? So that's how I got into the whole travel space. So with that, I joined a company. I've gotten myself certified with different companies just to learn, so I can pour back into other people. So that's how I got to the travel piece that I'm currently operating under.
Nice. I definitely know and can relate to staying at home moms. I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and similar situation, but not exactly. So, I definitely understand it's something that is for some and not for others. So how long after you got into, I guess, the event planning, did your mind open up about other things? Or as you said, your husband had things written down and you never met anyone, that purposeful. And I just kind of lost it when you said that, because I'm a person that does a lot of writing things down, just almost even to, me and Tiffany's meeting. It's just funny how we met different things. Like when I go back and I look at those journals and things that I write down, you pray specifically. You don't know who the players, the character, the personnel, who the people are, but it's amazing when you see a written request and a vision that you pray about and, continue to look towards and work towards how God will manifest that. So I love the fact that you brought that up and brought in that equation about how God factored in the emergence.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the other businesses, like you said, event planning, but how about some of the other things you guys do, the cafe?
Yes. So for the cafe, we own 2 locations. It's a Black-owned coffee shop in Suffolk, Virginia, and it's titled Wall Street Cafe. And the title is a nod to the Tulsa, Oklahoma Black Wall Street. And so with my husband having a passion for real estate, he also wanted the financial literacy piece to be available to those in the African American community. So we are located in the heart of downtown Suffolk. So it's not in what people would refer to as the upper class or the affluent neighborhoods, but he's right literally less than 2 minutes from where he was born and raised. And so we put the first storefront there. And then a year later, we opened our second location less than a mile away. So at that coffee shop, so we basically have titles of the things that are named after things that give nod to Wall Street. So Dow and S&P are our sizes for the different drinks that you can get. And we just have real estate classes there sometimes. So this past weekend, we had a real estate brunch.
Nice.
We have chess nights on Mondays.
Nice.
Also have open mics, and it's going to be speed dating coming up for people. So we just have a space for people to come where they can work during the day. They can bring their computer and laptops and they can work. And then after hours, we provide an atmosphere where the community can come out and can't say we don't have anything to do. So we try our best to make sure we cover the different arenas, because we understand that every environment isn't for everybody, but we at least make sure that we offer something for everybody.
No, that is amazing. I did just see the real estate brunch. It looked fabulous.
Thank you.
So that is great. So what are your plans like for the next, let's say 5 to 10 years? Where do you see yourself emerging with all of the businesses?
Okay, so I'll start with the Epps Affordable Rentals. We have a goal to at least have 50 doors. So with our properties, we do room rentals versus single family homes. And we work with a lot of organizations like CAPS or For Kids or places where people can come and get a room, because there are some people who work or they have mental issues or something where they can't afford the traditional rent because of inflation. So right now we have room rentals. And so we want a minimum of 50 doors within the next 5 years so that we can house those who may not be able to own a home on their own. So while, yes, we believe in, owning a home as an asset, we also have properties from room rentals because everybody may not be able to follow that blueprint. So that is the goal for that one.
That is
for
awesome.
Wall Street. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's
for
very
Wall
true.
Street, our goal, it is.
My father actually rented a room, and that was something that I always remembered down here. And, he worked hard, but it wasn't necessary for him to have an entire house. in faith. So I love that idea. And as you said, y'all are helping people and with inflation, and these are real issues. So I just think that's awesome because you're giving them a step up, even though they don't own a home. It puts them in a position to be able to save more and to have a roof over their head and be in a steady place and not maybe have to do a long or an extended stay at a hotel or a place that isn't home. So I think that's awesome.
Thank you. So with Wall Street, I'll go with that one is my husband has a saying, wherever there's a Starbucks, there's a Wall Street. And so although we understand there has been an emergence of coffee shops or things of that nature over the last couple of years, we just seek to make sure that ours provides some type of either home environment or some type of financial literacy piece that goes along with it. So that is not just coffee. So we give each location a slogan. So our first one is where business deals can happen over a cup of coffee. And then our newer location, because it is a historic home. So you have the first one that's a storefront. And then our second one is considered a historic home. So we call that one Home Sweet Home because the layout is different. The feel is different. The vibe is different. And the customer base is different, if we can be honest. So one, even though it's not intentional, one, draws in the African-American crowd, and then one draws in the Caucasian business crowd. So we just give them their own name. We don't force anybody to change. You don't have to adapt to our culture. This is Wall Street and this is Home Sweet Home. So whenever you come in, regardless of which one you walk through, we want you to feel welcomed. So that's
awesome.
Goal.
Yeah, marketing and strategy. And what you're doing is you're filling a need to different demographics of people. And, that's just kind of smart business moves. That's what corporations do. People do it every day. It's marketing and targeting, So yes, entrepreneur skill for those of you guys. What a jewel that you're dropping there. Yes.
If you are just tuning in, you are listening to Emerge. I'm Tiffany Boyle, along with co-host Dorothea Schuler, and we are talking with Lakita Epps, and she's just telling us about her multiple businesses where really all of them are really helping people. So we applaud you for that because while you're emerging, you're helping others emerge, and we just thank you because that is how we, especially the African-American community, which is who I know you're targeting, can gain generational wealth. So we appreciate you guys doing that. So tell us, how can we get in contact with you? Where Wall Street Cafe is again? Tell us all of that.
Okay, so I'm on Facebook at Lakita Epps. My name Lakita and last name Epps, EPPS, and I'm on Instagram at DA Dreaming DREAMING Queen, and that is a nod to the Dreaming Queen LLC and Wall Street Cafe. Both locations, we're located in the Suffolk, Virginia area in 23434 zip code.
Awesome. Well, Dorothea, I know Deshana usually does our signature question, but I didn't know if you wanted to do it.
We'll take you out. I absolutely love the signature question. So, Lakita, I'll call you the Queen Epps. We at Emerge would love for you to answer our signature question. And that is, what does the word emerge mean to you?
Oh, I like that. So emerge. Ooh, let's see. I would say coming from one place, not staying there, but being flexible, being willing to and going to another place. So no stagnation. In order to emerge, you have to grow, you have to bloom, you have to be watered. And along the process, there may be bumpy roads, there may be lonely nights, there must be some things you may not understand. However, don't give up because you won't emerge if you give up. So I would just say it is a place of going from one level to the next, knowing that along the way, it may not be easy, but you won't know if you give up. So I would say going from one level to the next.
That's right. And we are all about emerging. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes, it's definitely been a pleasure having you today.
Thank you, ladies. I would say congratulations to you, ladies. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And remember, we are doing nominations right now for the Emerge Award. So if you visit emergepremier.com, definitely nominate your businesses, nominate yourself. If you know other business owners that you feel should be nominated for the Emerge Awards, please do so. And they end by the end of February. So you only got this month to get it in.
Okay, definitely. Thank you.
Some of the best sounds you'll ever hear are generic, safe, effective, even money-saving, just like FDA-approved generic drugs. Even if they don't come in the exact same color or shape as their brand name equivalents, they have the same key ingredients and go through a rigorous review process. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today and visit fda.gov/generic drugs. Generics are safe, effective, and can save you money. You'll like the sound of that.
It's me, your heart. High blood pressure is serious, and if you think I'm just gonna keep ticking away, you're wrong. I can quit whenever I want, but I like my job. Just treat me better. Maybe we can do some exercise on occasion? After all, we're in this together.
Don't let your heart quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you can't measure it on your bathroom scale. Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own. You won't find a bipolar disorder by looking at a thermometer. Like many other health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. Anxiety won't just go away under a stick-on bandage. So the sooner you seek treatment, the better. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support. That's samhsa.gov/support.
Over the past few years, the COVID-19 pandemic has affected how we live our daily lives.
Today, 1 in 5 Americans experience emotional and mental health challenges, but many of us do not understand what we are facing or how to ask for help.
At the American Psychiatric Association Foundation, we work every day to eliminate stigma, combat mental illness and substance use disorders, and advance mental health.
If you or someone you love needs help, you are not alone. Please visit mentallyhealthynation.org to learn more.
Live Vape Free is a free program focused on helping parents and other concerned adults talk to young people about the harms of e-cigarette use and vaping. There are videos, live chat, toolkits, and activities to begin the conversation about vaping. Live Vape Free is also for young people who want to quit using e-cigarettes, Juul, or vapes. Virginia is for vape-free teens. Learn more at livevapefreeva.org. Brought to you by the Virginia Department of Health.
It's Emerge Wednesdays on WHOV FM.
I'm Deshana Kemp Garnett, and it's time for my 2 cents. Hello and happy Wednesday. I'm super excited today because I first off want to say happy Black History Month. And today what I want to do is just talk about some Black Americans who broke through barriers in finance, because we know I love talking all things finance. So as I was preparing to talk today, I visited FIA.org, and you will be able to find this information if you choose to search it. So let's just take a moment to spotlight on some of the unsung heroes whose future vision and tenacity opened doors for future generations. Maggie Lena Walker. She was the first African-American woman to charter a U.S. bank, the St. Luke Penny Savings Bank, in 1903. And this was based on her hometown of Richmond, Virginia. We have Norman McGee Sr., an attorney and real estate dealer who founded the first Black-owned brokerage firm to be licensed by the National Association of Security Dealers. June Middleton. In 1964, June Middleton became the first female African-American stockbroker employed by a member firm of the New York Stock Exchange. Joseph L. Searles III. In February 1970, Joseph L. Searles III broke a 178-year-old barrier on Wall Street by becoming the first African-American member and floor broker on the New York Stock Exchange. Travis J. Bell Jr. and Willie L. Daniels. In 1971, brokerage firm Daniels & Bell became the first Black-owned firm to buy a seat on the New York Stock Exchange. These are just a few of the people. Of course, there are many, many more people who have contributed to the ascent of Black Americans on Wall Street and beyond. While Black Americans have long been an integral part of the financial industry, the journey towards greater representation and inclusion continues. We know a lot of work has been done, but we also know there's a lot more to do. And sometimes you're going to run into things where you're going to be doing things in your entrepreneurial journey. You're not going to get recognized for it today. You're not going to get recognized for all of your achievements. but just know that you are helping to break down barriers and open opportunities for many others who are going to follow you. I am Deshana Kemp Garnett, and that's my 2 cents.
Here's what's coming up in Hampton Roads.
Let's take a look at some local and regional events. Nominations are now open for the Emerge Awards and will close on February 28th. To be nominated, the business or entrepreneur must be located in the state of Virginia. To learn more about the nomination categories, visit emergepremier.com. Wednesday, February 22nd from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Emerge, Future Outlook Group, and Mike, Men Inspiring Kids Every Day, join together to bring networking to the next level. Business owners and entrepreneurs, come out to network and emerge your business. The Emerge Your Business Networking Mixer will take place at the Landing Hotel in Hampton, Virginia. A special thank you for the guests on today's show. To listen to past episodes, visit emergethemagazine.com.
Emerge yourself.
You've been listening to the Emerge Radio Show. All opinions expressed on this show are that of our guests and may or may not be shared by the Emerge Radio Show staff. Follow us on Facebook. Search Emerge Radio Show. On Instagram, Emerge the Magazine. And online, emergethemagazine.com.